Hey guys, Hitman89 here, I hope you're doing great. Last week we had the best open world games of all time, make sure to check it out if you haven't already. And today, I'm gonna be giving you 10 reasons to play Final Fantasy XIV Online. Let's kick things off with the first one. Everyone can play it for free. You heard me right. Square Enix reached out to me and sponsored this video to let you guys know you can play Final Fantasy XIV Online for free. There are certain limitations though. For example, once you reach level 60, you can't level up that job/class anymore. You can keep playing though, so go ahead and give it a shot. There's a download link in the description and in the pinned comment as well. The first thing you're gonna see when you start the game is the character creation tool, which has more than enough options to allow you to look exactly the way you want. As you can see, I made this tall, demon-looking dude with some long goat horns. I don't know what I was thinking, but you can customize everything, from your body shape to the smallest details on your face. When playing an RPG, I usually don't pay too much attention to the character creation part, cause I know everything is gonna be covered with an armor and a helmet. But here, I took my time. There are 8 base classes to choose from, so I picked one, I named my character Hitman89, obviously, and I started my journey. Speaking of which, you can create a new character, pick a class, and if you don't like it, or if you feel like trying a different one, you can actually do that without having to make another character, which takes me to the second point. Switching classes is easy, and you can basically play all classes using one character. I don't think there are many MMORPGs out there that allow you to do that. Personally, I started as a gladiator and then I became a thaumaturge. In order to change your class, you have to be at least level 15, and here your weapon determines your class, so you can switch between classes simply by switching weapons. And to make things even more seamless, you can save gear presets for each class and you can switch between them at will. Now let's move on to reason number 3. I'm completely new to Final Fantasy XIV and honestly, MMOs can sometimes have a steep learning curve. But here, the tutorial teaches you everything, starting with the basics, gear management, and even how to use combos in fights. Needless to say, this game is easy on newcomers. That didn't prevent me from getting lost in the city every time I needed to go back to the Colosseum. Why? Because I'm a dumbass, that's why. The Thaumaturge guild is way easier to find though, so I'm glad I made the switch. Oh, and you can unlock new jobs at level 30, 50, and 60. They're split in 4 categories: tank, healer, melee DPS, ranged DPS, and magical DPS. I think it's safe to say that no matter what you're into, you'll definitely find something you like here, and that's probably one of the reasons why Final Fantasy XIV Online is so popular. So I used the starter edition on PC to make this video, and I've also played the trial version on PS5. But if you don't have a beast of a gaming PC or a PS5, don't worry, cause even if you have a low-end PC or a base PS4, you can run the game properly. I mean, my 7-year-old computer was able to max the game out and I didn't have any performance issues. And that's awesome, cause for an MMO, Final Fantasy XIV looks pretty damn good. The characters are detailed and cute, there are reflections on certain floors and water surfaces, and there's plenty of foliage and objects to prevent the environments from looking flat. Now let's get back to the gameplay with reason number 5. I really like the crafting system here. It's not just grab some materials, craft some stuff and sell it. There are 8 crafting classes and they're not just called professions or jobs, because every one of them is treated like a real class. So you have to equip your weapon, or tool in this case, and you'll have to do some quests. I don't know about you, but the crafting system vaguely reminds me of the one in Dragon Quest XI. It's like a mini game where you have to manage durability, quality, and progress. Don't forget to watch your CPs or crafting points, because you have to use skills like you would in combat, and if you run out of CPs, you won't be able to recover your item's durability, and you might end up losing your materials. The whole system is pretty interesting in my opinion. I decided to be a weaver so I can craft my own gear for the Thaumaturge class. I'm also considering becoming a blacksmith so I can make myself some sweet gladiator stuff and sell anything I don't need to make some money. The 6th point I want to talk about is playing with friends. Whether you're on PC, PS4, PS5 or Mac, you can play Final Fantasy XIV Online with your friends because the game has full crossplay support. The graphics are a tiny bit better on PC than they are on PS5, but performance-wise, it's solid on all platforms. Just like the controls, I tried the keyboard and mouse first and later on the controller, and I had a good time with both. I played on PC, my wife played on PS5. By the way, she used the trial version and she has access to content up to the first expansion, Heaven's Ward, which is more than enough content to play for hundreds of hours. Anyway, so we did some quests together, we killed some monsters, and honestly, I didn't expect her to like it because I know she doesn't like MMOs. But she actually did. She got really excited every time she leveled up. Long story short, we had a blast. But since she's not always available, I mostly played solo, which takes me to the next point. The social aspect is very important in this game and it's best enjoyed with friends, or even better, with newly made ones. But if you're a solo player like me, you can still enjoy the game because even for dungeons, you can summon AI partners and start the raid if you don't feel like waiting for the game to look for real players and end up fighting over loot with them. There are plenty of challenging dungeons to do, and you can also play some mini games in the Gold Saucer. They become available starting from level 15, so there's plenty of content to see and enjoy here. Speaking of content, let's move on to reason number 8. Final Fantasy XIV Online is an ever-evolving game thanks to the major updates it regularly receives. For example, patch 6.4, aka the Dark Throne, just came out and it adds new raid dungeons, quests, side quests, items, and some more stuff. And since we're in the content segment of this video, if you're not a noob like me, you're gonna wanna know about the endgame content, right? Apart from doing the high level dungeons, you can try farming mounts. I've seen some really cool ones here. PvP is also a fun activity to do here, and maybe you could take part in role-playing events. Most players in this game are nice people, so just talk to them. Oh, and the player base is huge. At the moment of making this video, Final Fantasy XIV Online is the MMORPG with the most active players. So everywhere you go, you'll see people running, riding their mounts, fighting monsters, or just chilling. Last but not least, if you like story-driven games, you'll love this one. Seriously, this is a very story-oriented game. There are tons of cutscenes, likable characters, and you'll find yourself doing quests to find out more about the story, not just to level up, and that's really important. The Endwalker expansion that came out a couple of years ago concluded the 10-year story arc, and you'll be able to experience it. And that's it! 10 reasons to play Final Fantasy XIV Online in 2023. If you already play it, don't forget to tell everyone in the comments down below what you love about it. But if you're still on the fence, use my link in the description to access the free trial. It's available on PS5, PS4, Windows, Steam, and Mac. Keep in mind your characters and progress will obviously carry over if you decide to upgrade later on. Next, we'll have the best split-screen games to play right now, so please hit the thumbs up button to support the channel and subscribe if you're new. It's been Hitman89. See you guys very soon.
For the pay stub or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh. Fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Same us for the way up. Play the game.